What is happening, everybody? So I'm going to try a new product today. When I got my Ikoria in, I got my full set of Commander. So I'm going to open up maybe one of these a day, maybe two, depending on how fast these videos go. But now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the packaging. And I'm going to go over, just the cards in general, just to see from relative new to the format kind of person what I think of this. Me personally, I'm old school. Never played Commander. Got people asking me to play Commander, but have never actually played. So, I bought the Commander decks. I put them in sets and keep them squirreled away. But other than that, I have not played Commander. I've tried to build a couple different decks and just the competitive nature that the competitive person that I am. If there's a better card, it's like, well, I'm not spending so much money on that card just to play this deck once a year, every 4 months, whatever it is. So that's where I'm at with this. But what I'm going to go over, I'm going to read some of the cards. I'm going to go slow. So if you don't like going slow, feel free to just skip to see some of the cards that you want to see, and we'll go from there. But all right, without further ado, we will tear in. See how these are packaged. Open at the top, very nice. Oh, come out of there. Does it slide? Yeah, it slides. Probably should have opened from the bottom because the bottom's bigger. That would have made more sense. Well, these are nice, little Commander cards. I don't like when they put them in these plastic things because I always worry about damaging the card, especially something foil like that. You don't have a sleeve for it. I always put my foils in a sleeve. But, they don't make sleeves big enough for that. So, Jirina Kudro, one red, white, black. Legendary creature, human soldier. When Jirina Kudro enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token for each time you've cast a commander from the command zone this game. Other humans you control get +2/+0. Kind of like the human idea. I know it's a big deck in Modern, so a little cardboard instead of putting a D20 in there. We got a little booklet here, a little poster, Ruthless Regiment. Let's see here. What do we got? Sorry about that. My phone threw me a notification. Jirina Kudro. Nice little Kelsine the Plague. Kelsine was raised on tales of the lost sanctuary of Orn and its brutal destruction by monsters. Now an adult, he has one goal in mind: wipe out all monsters as payback for the downfall of that ancient city. He conceals his true face behind a terrifying mask as he takes down every creature he comes across with cold, ruthless efficiency. Trin, champion of freedom, and Silvar, devourer of the free. As a former member of the Draneth military. What is wrong with my mouth? Trin watched as Luca was cast out of the city for violating its laws, and she vowed not to let the same thing happen to her. She keeps her identity as a bonder, and her bonded companion, Silvar, secret, working from within the city to change the people's beliefs about the monsters outside. Interesting. Little backstory. I like it. I always save this stuff. So I'll put all that in there. Box. Piece of cardboard there. Nice little pull tab on these. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. Around we go here. So there is a little tip card, popular Magic formats. Discover more Magic. Alright, we got our Jirina Kudro right there. We got a foil Kelsine the Plague. Legendary creature, human assassin, vigilance, haste. Kelsine the Plague gets +1/+1 for each experience counter you have. Tap, Kelsine deals 1 damage to target creature you don't control. When that creature dies this turn, you get an experience counter. Aim for an eye, better they never see you. And we've got our Trin. Another foil, nice looking card. White and 3, partner with Sylvar. Sylvar's right there. For those of you who don't know, partner is when this creature enters the battlefield, target player may put Sylvar into their hand from their library and then shuffle. So it's a built-in tutor for a specific card, which is kind of cool. I like that idea. At the beginning of your end step, if you attack this turn, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. No, get that out of here. And then we got Sylvar. 3, a black and a red. Partner with Trin, so same thing. You can tutor for Trin if you cast this. It's a 4/2 menace. Sacrifice a human, put a +1/+1 counter on Sylvar. Devourer of the Free. It gains indestructible until end of turn. So you got a little creature generator here that can feed Sylvar. So I like that. Got some tokens. It's probably 2-sided, I would assume. Yep. Treasures. Zombies. It looks like we've got some generators in here. Got our Bajuka Bog. I mean, those of you who have played know these lands are pretty much the Temple of the False God. This is your standard land set that you get in your commander. See how many different lands we get. 1, 2, 3, 4 different mountains. 1, 2, 3. Is that 4? 1, 2, 3. Oh no, 3 different mountains, 3 different plains. Alright, our rares. Call the Coppercoats. Strive. For white and 2, this spell costs 1 white and 1 colorless more to cast for each target beyond the first. Choose any number of target opponents. Create X 1/1 white human soldier tokens, where X is the number of creatures those opponents control. So there's some generation. There's some creature generator. We've got a Flawless Maneuver. White and 2. If you control a commander, you may cast this spell without paying it. Oh, nice. Free cast. Creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. So if your commander's out, you can make all your creatures indestructible. Verge Rangers. For white and 2, you get a 3/3 first strike. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. As long as an opponent controls more lands than you, you may play lands from the top of your library. That's cool. Species Specialist. For 2 black and 2 colorless. So, okay, so we've got our double black there. Makes it a little harder to cast. As Species Specialist enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Whenever a creature of the chosen type dies, you may draw a card. So choose human, and whenever you sacrifice humans or do whatever you got to do, you draw a card. That's nice. A little 2/3. Got our Titan Hunter. At the beginning of each player's end step, if no creatures died this turn, Titan Hunter deals 4 damage to that player. Black and 1, sacrifice creature, you gain 4 life. All right. Black and 4 for a 4/5. Not terrible. Not game ending, but definitely has a use in this deck. So, Fire Flux Squad. For red and 3, we have a 4/3 with haste. Whenever Fire Flux Squad attacks, you may exile another target attacking creature you control. If you do, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. Put that card onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking, and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. That's interesting. Little surprise attack, especially if you've got the ability to look at the top cards there. Frontier Warmonger. Whenever one or more creatures attack one of your opponents or a planeswalker they control, those creatures gain menace until end of turn. So, especially deadly in a multiplayer game. But red and 3 for a 4/4. I like it. Molten Echoes. 2 red and 2 for an enchantment. As Molten Echoes enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Humans. Whenever a non-creature token the chosen type enters the battlefield under your control, create a token that's a copy of that creature. That token gains haste and exile it at the beginning of the next end step. Interesting. So cool, little ETB effects would definitely be worthwhile there. Got our Sanctuary Blade, 2 colorless. Equipment, as Sanctuary Blade becomes attached to a creature, choose color. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has protection from the last chosen color. Equip 3. That's cool. Bounty Agent, Vigilance, white and 1, 2/2 Vigilance. Tap, sacrifice Bounty Agent, destroy target legendary permanent that's an artifact, creature, or enchantment. Boom, commander gone. Yeah, but you gotta sacrifice this guy, so. But I guess it is a human, so if you got those human, this is a reprint. Citywide Bust, destroy all creatures with toughness 4 or greater. That's not a bad card. Another board wipe, destroy all creatures, or destroy all artifacts and enchantments. Cleansing Nova. Dearly Departed. Flying, as long as Dearly Departed is in your graveyard, each human you control enters the battlefield with an... Oh, that's cool. 2 white and 4, though, so that's... You want this in your graveyard. I mean, it's nice on the board. Nice to have a little 5/5 action on the board, but... Frontline Medic, this is a reprint. White and 2, Battalion, 3/3. Whenever Frontline Medic and at least 2 other creatures attack, creatures you control gain indestructible until the end of turn. Sacrifice Frontline Medic, counter target spell with X in its mana cost, unless its controller pays 3. Increasing Devotion, 2 white, 3 colorless, sorcery, create 5 1/1. Oh, nice. If this spell was cast from a graveyard, create 10 of those to... Wow! Flashback, it's 9, though. Hey, 10 humans, Knight of the White Orchid, great card. 2/2 first strike, 2 white. When Knight of the White Orchid enters the battlefield, if an opponent controls more lands than you, you may search your library for a Plains card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. So this seems to be more of the kind of deck I would play. I love the first strike and humans and things like that. I'm still attached to white, so... Magus of the Disc, 2 white, 2 colors, 2/4. Human Wizard, Magus of the Disc enters the battlefield tapped. For 1 and tap, destroy all artifacts, creatures, and enchantments. So it's a never nills disc. Got our Audric. This is a recent reprint. 3/4 first strike for 2 white and 2 colorless. Whenever Audric Master Tactician, at least 3 other creatures attack, you choose which creatures block this combat and how these creatures block. So, little combat trickery. Riders of Gavany. That's something that you have to deal with almost immediately. 2 white, 2 colorless. Vigilance. As Riders of Gavany enters the battlefield, choose creature type. Human creatures you control have protection from creatures of the chosen type. That's cool. Thalia's Lieutenant. White and 1 for 1/1. Thalia's Lieutenant enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each other human you control. Whenever another human enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Thalia's Lieutenant. Just a little more synergy for the humans. Thraven Doomsayer, white 1. Tap, create a 1/1 white human creature token, just a creature generator. A little bit expensive, but I like the generation ability. Let's see here. Unexpectedly Absent. 2 white and X. Put target non-land permanent into its owner's library just beneath the top X cards of that library. Okay. Disciple of Bolas. It's another reprint, black and 3. When Disciple of Bolas enters the battlefield, sacrifice another creature. You gain X life and draw X cards where X is that creature's power. So, draw engine. Painful Truths, Converge, you draw X cards and you lose X life, where X is the number of colors of mana spent to cast this spell. So, yeah, 3. And try to draw 3 cards with that, I would assume. Xanthrid Necromancer, black and 2, 2/2. Human Wizard, whenever Xanthrid Necromancer or another human you control dies, create a tap 2/2 black zombie creature. That's why the zombies are in there. Alicia. It's a great card. Red and 2, 3/2 first strike. When Alicia, who smiles at death, attacks, you may pay white or black twice. If you do, return target creature card with power 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, tapped and attacking. Boom. Bring those guys back, especially the ETB stuff. Captivating Crew. Red and 3, 4/3. What is this from? Ixalan. Human Pirate. For 3 and red. Basically get a act of treason. So, Fumiko, the Low Blood. 2 red, 2 colorless. Legendary creature, human samurai. 3/2. Fumiko, the Low Blood, has Bushido X, where X is the number of attacking creatures. Creatures your opponent control attack each combat if able. So, that's pretty cool. Bushido is, in case any of you guys don't know, Bushido is whenever this creature blocks or becomes blocked, it gets +X/+X until end of turn. So, Magus of the Wheel. It's a Wheel of Fortune on a creature. Red and 2, 3/3 creature. For 1 red, 1 colorless, tap, sacrifice Magus. Each player discards their hand and draws 7 cards. Outpost Siege. Red and 3. Outpost Siege enters the battlefield. Choose Cons or Dragons. If you choose Cons at the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. Until the end of the turn, you may play that card. Dragons, whenever a creature you control leaves the battlefield, Outpost Siege deals 1 damage to any target. Let's see. Shared Animosity. We got a bunch of rares in here. I like it. Ooh, Hiri. Battlefield Forge. Alright. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead. Red and 2. Whenever a creature you control attacks, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each other attacking creature that shares a creature type with it. Nice. Little human booster. Titan of Eternal Flame. Red and 5. Each human creature you control has red and tap. This creature deals 1 damage to any target. Nice. That's kind of like a Brothers of Fire with 1 red, huh? Adriana, Captain of the Guard. White, red, and 3. Melee. Other creatures you control have melee. And what melee is whenever this creature attacks, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each opponent you attacked with a creature this combat. Crackling Doom. Black, white, red. Crackling Doom deals 2 damage to each opponent. Each opponent sacrifices a creature with the greatest power among creatures that player controls. Nahiri. Legendary Planeswalker. White, red, and 2. 4 loyalty. For +2, you discard a card. If you do, draw a card. -2, exile target enchantment, tapped artifact, or tapped creature. -8, search your library for an artifact or creature card. Put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle your library. It gains haste. Return it to your hand at the beginning of the next end step. Great. That's what I consider a well-balanced Planeswalker. For 8, it gives you 4 turns to try to deal with it. You get any creature card, put it on the battlefield, and you get haste, and then it goes back to your hand. So it's a big cost. It's 4 turns that you need, but at the same time, it's balanced because it goes back to your hand. Good old Painland, Exotic Orchard, 1 mana of any color an opponent controls could produce. Shadow Blood Ridge, 1 and tap, add 2, black and a red. Smoldering Marsh, control 2 more basic lands. Spine Rock Knoll, Hideaway. For those of you who don't know, Hideaway is a land enters the battlefield tapped. When it does, look at the top 4 cards of your library, exile 1 face down, then put the rest on the bottom of your library. Tap, add red. Red and tap, you may play the exiled card without paying its mana cost if an opponent was dealt 7 or more damage this turn. Got your Windbrisk Heist, same thing, but you may play the exiled cards without paying its mana cost if you attacked with 3 or more creatures this turn. Got some basic Swampies. Wander's Ornament, good old Arcane Signet, Boros Signet, Commander Sphere, your staples here, Orzhov Signet, Rakdos Signet, Skull Clamp. +1, -1, whenever a quick creature dies, draw 2 cards. Soul Ring. So, you can, basically, if you got a bunch of 1/1s, you can just, for 1, equip it, kill it, draw 2 cards. 1, equip it, draw 2 cards. That's a nice little standard Soul Ring. Sanctuary Lockdown. Dire Tactics, General's Enforcer. These are out of the new set. Parasitic Impetus. Banisher Priest, Cavalry Pegasus. They love this card. This card's in everything. For white and 1/1 flying, whenever Cavalry Pegasus attacks, each attacking human gains flying. So, yeah, in a human's deck, that makes sense. Ambition's Cost, Zulaport Cutthroat, Effector. Garna, and terminate. Destroy target creature can't be regenerated. So overall, I think this deck is a decent deck. I think it would be fun to play. This is something that I would like to play. I'm not a huge control fan. I'm a blitz guy. I want to get in there. I want to smack you in the mouth, and win or lose, I want to go at you full force. So that's typically how I play. So I think I would enjoy playing this deck. I think it could use a little more creature generation, spot removal maybe. Enchantment removal, you could put a disenchant or something in there simply because it's got white. I think it could do a little bit better. I mean, this deck could probably have had a Swords to Plowshares or a Path to Exile, or both in it for that matter. I know they don't like to overvalue these things, and I know those are solid cards, but seems to me to be, a few tweaks. This would be a good fun deck to play. So, all right, guys, that's it for me tonight. Let me know what you think. If I should continue to do stuff like this, if you like seeing this, if you've bought them, what you think of this deck. Is this something you would play? Is this something you would not play? Give me some ideas. Something I could tweak this deck with to make it better. So, questions, comments, leave them down below. Leave me a like, leave me a subscribe. I appreciate it. And we'll talk to you real soon. Bye now.